Hello and welcome. In this video, I will be sharing with you all the money I made in 2022 from my reselling business and this YouTube channel. If you are new here, on January 31st, 2022, I quit my full-time 9-to-5 job in order to pursue reselling full-time. And I had a bunch of money saved with the understanding that it would probably take a while for me to ramp up my business. And overall, I'm very pleased with how 2022 turned out. I knew that there were going to be some dips and dives in there, and that's how I had saved this amount of money. But overall, it was slow and steady growth, and I ended the year pretty strong. So what I'm going to do is share with you my net profit from all of my income sources. I have a total of 9 income sources to share with you. So when I say net profit, that is what that means. It is the amount of money that went into my bank account after cost of goods, shipping, and platform fees were taken out. So we're gonna start with my lowest performing platform first, and that is Facebook Marketplace. In 2022, the entire year, 2022, I made a net profit of $236.30. Even if I averaged that over 12 months, I basically made less than $20 a month off Facebook Marketplace, which is why I decided towards the end of 2022 to just cut that platform out. They made some changes in their algorithm. They're also pushing the metaverse or whatever. I don't understand it. It just didn't seem like it was worth the amount of time that I was sinking into it. So Facebook Marketplace is not a platform I sell on any longer. My next best performing platform more than doubled what I made on Facebook Marketplace, and that is Etsy. And I really love Etsy because Etsy, as I mentioned before, is my set it and forget it. It costs 60 cents basically to list something for an entire year, and it just kind of lives there. And it's where my vintage stuff goes anyway, so most vintage is going to be long tail. And I'm personally very pleased with the platform. So on Etsy, I made a net profit of $530.28. So again, more than double than Facebook. And because it's such low energy costs, like just in general, I list it once, it lives there forever. It's kind of like eBay in that way. It can just live there. But I feel like, unlike eBay where listings go stale if you don't re-up them, Etsy, that doesn't seem to be an issue. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't understand how that platform works. I just like it. So in third place for the platforms, we have Poshmark, which I made a net profit on Poshmark of $673.18. I'm actually really pleased with that because I am really bad about remembering to share. I don't use a VA, I don't use a third-party thing. I do it all myself, and I am very grateful to Poshmark that they have implemented some changes in 2022 that made that a lot easier. Being able to share all has helped. I just click the thing and the availability and then just walk away. I will do that, go make myself some coffee, come back, it'll be done. It's great. The Poshmark has definitely made some improvements this year to make it, for those of us that aren't interested in a bot. Not that if you use a bot there's anything wrong with that. I'm sure it saves lots of times, especially if you have a very large closet. My second platform is Whatnot. I've been on Whatnot since 2021. And this year was the year of Whatnot. It felt like all the bigger creators were getting on the platform. There seemed to be a lot of hype around it this year, and that benefited me greatly. So I made a net profit on Whatnot of $1,330.46. So not giant numbers, but I'm very pleased to have made over $1,000 on the platform. And I feel like this year I'm going to try to maybe be more consistent with it because I'm not really good at consistently doing shows on Whatnot. I picked a day and a time, but I realized very quickly that I'm going to have to specifically source for Whatnot in order to, I believe, have the most success. But that's something that 2023 Bob needs to figure out. So my number one main source of income, the best performing platform for me, that would be eBay. And I made a net profit on eBay of $11,034.72. So I'm in the 5 figures on eBay, and I'm really, really happy with that. So you're like, that's not enough to live on. That sounds like not a lot of money. Again, I knew going into this, I had a good bit of savings that I wasn't going to be able to cover all of my expenses my first year. I had no delusions of grandeur in that way. but if I could cover my fixed expenses, I would be good. And so I'm actually really pleased with that. And you're maybe wondering, well, why are you so pleased with that? And that is because I shared a graphic on my Instagram at the beginning of 2022 where it was showing my eBay sales. And it showed that since I started consistently reselling in 2019, I was basically doubling my eBay sales every year. So I don't remember exactly, hopefully I'm showing it over here for you, but it was a consistent doubling. And then when I quit my job in 2021, I had made a gross sales over on eBay of around $13,000. So that's why I thought, okay, if I can just double it again, I'm not gonna be where I need to be in order to make this a full-time job, but if I can double it again and then double it the next year, I should be good. And that's why I'm happy, because if I look at my gross sales here on eBay, my gross sales is $25,000. So again, I almost doubled it. So that means if I'm able to continue building this business the same way I did every other year I've been doing this, then that means that I can hopefully expect for me sitting down and talking to you guys next year that I will be like at 50,000 gross sales, and that would be decent. I would be okay with that, especially with my other income sources and using other platforms. So I'm personally very pleased with being able to double it and give it to the next person. Basically do that. And you know, I do have other income sources as well. So let's go over those, shall we? So I have 5 platforms that I sold on in 2022, and then I had 4 additional income sources. So again, we're gonna go with the lowest and go up. The lowest one is Amazon. That is not that I'm selling on Amazon. I used to sell on Amazon, but I don't anymore. That requires way too much time and energy and effort to do effectively, and I just don't have that in my life. So Amazon, when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about Amazon affiliates. So this year I became an Amazon influencer, and they allowed me to create a list. So instead of, if you've been here for a while, my description boxes used to be these long lists of all the things with separate Amazon links. And now I just have Amazon reselling must-haves, and it just has one link. You click that link and it's like a storefront. So I now have a storefront with Amazon that has everything that I use in my reselling business. I do try to update it regularly because the drop shippers that I get a lot of my stuff from change their company, even though it's the same product consistently, so I have to keep updating it. But anytime you guys either ask me for a question about what I'm using and I send you a link, and or you click a link in the description box for Amazon in my Amazon reselling list, I get a little bit of commission. It's not a lot. Through my Amazon affiliate links, I made a total of $34.85. So again, it's not a lot. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra, but it does help me a little bit. I mean, that's basically one set of my poly mailers that I use consistently for my inventory system and to ship things out in. So I'm still grateful for it, and it does mean a lot, because you know, every little bit helps. And everything that is in my Amazon store are things that I actually use. I physically use them all the time. It's not like TikTok advertising. Or like if you go on Twitter and someone has a viral tweet and they are like promoting the same 5 products that it goes under every viral every viral tweet. Yeah, it's not like that. It's stuff I actually use. My second income source, which is so much that I am having a hard time grasping it, is Buy Me a Coffee. And I don't really talk about that other than in these recap videos. It's just kind of a link that is there. And I am so floored by how completely generous y'all are. And because of y'all's generosity on Buy Me a Coffee, I received $445.69 in the entire year of 2022. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for y'all to just give me because you like my content and want me to succeed, and also to take care of Moxie. That's where it goes. It goes to Moxie. So I appreciate you guys taking care of my fur baby. That helped so much when she had her surgery, and because that was an expensive vet bill. So every little bit that you guys sent me went to her, and I really do appreciate it. So again, thank you everybody who has clicked that link and done that. It means a lot. Moxie means a lot to me, so being able to take care of her and to make sure that she has what she needs to live while also trying to make my dream of self-employment come true. It's awesome. The next thing that went way better than I was expecting it to do, and again, where you guys are being incredibly generous, is my Anthro anthology. I released that, I believe, in May with the permission, of course, of Matt, my friend Matt. He has something called the Menswear Manifesto, and it's been immensely helpful to me learning menswear brands that I maybe wouldn't, well, that I know I did not know about until I got his guide every time. And I was trying to do the same thing with women's clothing, but women's clothing is thick. There are a lot of women's clothing brands. So my idea behind the Anthro anthology was to do one retailer at a time. So Anthropologie is a big conglomerate that sells a bunch of other brands underneath its umbrella. And so I was like, I'll just start there. And at any one time, Anthropologie carries between 200 to 350 different brands. It rotates per season. So I was like, we'll start there. Because that's still like, that's, you know, 300 brands I have to go through to figure out their sell-through rate, to figure out the sales velocity for each kind of clothing item that they sell. So it was a thick undertaking, despite it just picking one retailer. And I came up with 70 brands, and you guys were receptive to that and decided to compensate me for my time and effort putting into that. Again, I'm going to update it this year again, because as I said, the brands rotate pretty much every 3 months. They're not always the same brands. There are some brands that they continually carry, but some go in and out. So I am going to update that. But from my Anthro anthology through the Gumroad application, again, it's free. If you don't have the money, type in 0. It's in the link in the description down below. You can get the Anthro anthology for free. You do not have to give me any money for it. I'm trying to make that as clear as possible. Just type in 0. But there are some individuals that actually, again, decided to give me money for it. And I received a total of $627.25. So that means between buying me a coffee and the Anthro anthology, that's over $1,000 y'all have given me, because I'm on YouTube and because you guys like my content, and because I created a resource that hopefully was helpful to you all. And I appreciate that. I did not expect to be received this way. You know, you always hope when you create a YouTube channel that people will watch you. I don't ever expect anybody to watch me whenever I upload a video, but it's really nice and it's validating and it feels good. It gives me the warm and fuzzies, and the fact that you guys go an extra step and, you know, buy Moxie treats or, you know, tip me for putting the work in for the anthology, it really means a lot. And then the biggest source of income that is not me directly selling things to people is YouTube. I guess that's not true. I'm technically selling myself by putting out these videos. But I made a total of $638.74 on YouTube. So not even $1,000. I put out roughly between 12 and 20 videos a month, which is a lot, because I know there are plenty of creators that I love that upload maybe once a week. But it is nice that not only am I documenting my journey becoming a full-time reseller, and hopefully having both of us learn together, because I learn from you guys in the comments too. You guys share information all the time about things that you do, places that you source, brands that you like to pick up. You share your love of books and ephemera with me. You share your love of thrift stores and estate sales. And it's really nice to be a part of this community, and it feels really good to make some income off of these YouTube videos, because it does take a bit of time to film and edit these videos. I mean, there are plenty of resellers that just resell and they don't have a social media presence, and all they do is business, 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 and they kill it. And I need the social aspect a little bit, and I've been welcomed in this community, and I've made a bunch of friends in this community, and I am very appreciative. So between the 5 reselling platforms and the 4 other income sources, I took home into my bank account a total of $15,551.47. To me, $15,000 that I was able to grow my business from like $7,000 to $15,000 in a year. Like I doubled my income in a year. That feels great. And if I'm able to do it again, so just say for example in 2023, I double the $15,500. That's $31,000. That's an entry-level starter position somewhere. But I'm working for myself. That's me working for myself, doing what I want to do, being able to share my journey here on the internet, and then also go thrifting for a living. That sounds awesome. That sounds like an awesome way to make your money. And I'm very grateful for that I have this opportunity. So one of my main goals, my number one goal for 2023 is to continue to do this full time. I want to keep doing this. And some expenses have come up for 2023 that are not the same as 2022. For example, when I left my 9-to-5 job, I had a severance package, basically an agreement with my former employer that they would pay for my health insurance for the first year I was doing my business, because I'd worked for him for 10 years and we were friends. And so I had to get health insurance for myself. Don't worry, I have it. I bought myself health insurance through the healthcare gov thing or whatever. So between that additional expense and plus my taxes, I've also already done my taxes, which was a lot. That was a lot. I also want to pull more for my tax liability as well. Don't worry, I didn't get in trouble and I didn't have a big tax bill. I am just anticipating again. We're going to manifest that I'm going to double the amount of money I make this year. So if I'm doubling the amount of money I make this year, that means I also have to double the amount of taxes I pay to the government, right? So my goalpost has been moved. So remember before when I said my fixed expenses, to cover my fixed expenses is $1,350. That's what I need to net every month off of eBay to cover my fixed expenses. So for 2023, that number has moved. So it's now going to be $1,650 off of eBay. That goalpost has moved in order to cover all of my fixed expenses, just because of the fact that I'm now having to pay for health insurance. Also, my HOA fee went up every month because I do live in a row house, and my homeowner's insurance, no, my tax assessment, that's what it was. So because of the fluctuating housing prices, my tax assessment has also gone up as well. So my homeowner's tax is more. Homeowner's insurance, basically everything costs more now because of inflation and capitalism. Everything has gone up. So that goalpost has moved. And I'm just letting you guys know that going forward, because I've been saying $1,350 for a long time. So now I'll be saying $1,650. And I feel like if I can get eBay to pay for my fixed expenses every single month, with all of the other income sources, I should be good. So come with me or not, you do you, on this journey for the next year. And thank you for being a part of my 2022. Hope this was interesting or helpful. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye. Bye. Hero, 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 hero. I wanna be a hero, hero. Oh, the hero.